Hi, it's Finchnator here, and we're recording the NU seeded tournament round of 16 series between Soulgazer and Teddy. I'm just gonna call him Teddy. Um, but this is a pretty important game. Two really known NU players. Teddy was great back during pretty much the majority of Generation 6. He had one real good SPL where he was new, and he did okay in another as well. Soulgazer has been the best NU player overall, but besides maybe FLCL, I mean they're 1 and 2 since the late Black White days. Ever since the Annoyer Zebraiken phase kind of passed by, and now these two are facing off in a new generation of NU. Well, I mean, I guess SM is over a year old and new games out, but a newer generation where SG has a couple games under his belt and Snake, and Teddy's been more of an NU player. But yeah, so we're looking at it. We got Teddy's got a pretty standard offensive team. SG is a bit more of a bulky backbone, but still a balanced team, I'd say. Mesprit using U-turn into it. Steelix using Toxic that hits right on, which is a good start for Soulgazer, but now it looks like the Rocks will get up for the ride on Teddy's side, and now Rotom's going to come in, either defog them away, potentially, attack. Oh, nice play by Teddy, predicting the defog, or even a Volt Switch over predict, and I'm getting a Stone Edge off for 68%. Probably offensive. We're going to see a Volt Switch here, revealing that it's either Z or Metal Plate Rotom, not choice. In the Virizion, getting the Sneasel in, which is giving Soulgazer initiative. I think he might double out. Actually, he might just click Icicle Crash here. Hits everything besides Samurott or to a KO, including the opposing Sneasel. And yeah, it does 30 to Samurott, nice chip, although that does give Teddy initiative. Soulgazer is not too threatened by this with Altaria and Type Null, depending on the set, but a nice double switch by Teddy to get initiative back on his side. Leading me to believe that likely this the Steelix is going to get knocked off on this turn. Yup, and it's going to be Choice Banded knockoff, doing a mere 30% to the very bulky Steelix. It's likely going to set up Rocks of its own in this turn if I had to guess. But I mean, I guess doubling out's a fine play, but considering there's no removal on Teddy's side, I would just click Stealth Rocks here, especially since this Sneasel is SO weak and obviously going to have to come in later on. Rhydon is a fine play to double switch. Yeah, I mean that works too, since he's pretty adamant that he'd go to Rhydon and that gets initiative. The question is that what do you do with this? Do you click the Volt Switch predicting the Virizion? Do you go for the Bloom Doom trying to do damage to it? Or do you just Leaf Storm trying to kill the Rhydon? And yeah, it takes the middle ground play and just Leaf Storm. Doesn't go all in quite yet. Which is a fine play. But now he's probably forced out to the Altaria, if I had to guess. Might just Volt. Oh, yep. Oh, Will-O-Wisp misses. That's highly unfortunate for Soulgazer. I'm going to see the Altaria here on a Leaf Blade. Stone Edge is going to be able to kill this. I think he's gonna have to fodder this if he doesn't value it. If he values it below everything else, which I think is pretty likely in this matchup, considering it doesn't wall a ton. But he instead goes to Passimian, which is interesting because if it's Choice Scarf, which some are, and it's a Revenge Kill, which is a very nice pivot by him. But I personally like Choice Banded better. But I mean, we'll see what it is. It's Choice Scarf and Teddy scouts for it. I think, given that damage, it might be Choice Banded damage. I don't know. Depends if the Garbodor is offensive or defensive, but probably Choice Banded damage, honestly, given that it might be defensive Garbodor with Rocky Helmet, not Toxic Plate or Uzi item or anything like that. So yeah, Soulgazer once again gets initiative with the Steelix. He's gonna Earthquake this time. I'm wondering if this doesn't have rocks for some reason. I'm not sure why he hasn't clicked rocks. That's basically the only thing I'm getting out of this. But assuming he's Gyro Ball, he could just kill this here, or maybe set up rocks now. Yeah, no, now he sets up rocks, which is, I mean, fine, but I feel like a bit delayed. But it might have been an interesting play by Soulgazer, but I mean, foddering this is fine. Probably just go to Sneasel and click Knock here, honestly. Yeah, Knock definitely kills it at -2 through to resist. Yeah, I'd say so, even if it's Z. Pursuit. Oh, that's a bad play by Soulgazer there, though. I don't like that. Yeah, now he just loses to Sneasel. Pretty easy to stay in there for Teddy just to protect for that and get initiative in worst case scenario. But yeah, we'll see if this Simeon with Scarf or not here. Oh, no, we know because it's going to be the same U-turn into the Garbodor. However, the Virizion is dead to rocks. Actually, 7% might not be dead to rocks depending on PS rounding. However, this type null actually is a really good matchup against Teddy's team, depending on if it's like Explosion or like Clear Smog on his Garbodor, or if it's like Swords Dance and the Rhydon or something like that. But Iron Defense. Okay, well I think this just wins unless it's some weird shenanigans or a critical hit at a very timely fashion, in a very timely fashion from Teddy. But I think he's probably going to try and get the knockoff here, which is the optimal play, because you're gonna have to cripple this. But I mean, now you just Iron Defense again. Yeah, it's 17%. So like now Iron Defense. Okay, so now a special attack from something like Mesprit, a critical hit would do enough. Or I mean, yeah, but I don't know if he's really gonna be able to break through this. I mean, yeah, return to 70. Nice prediction there by the Soul Gazer. Looks like Type Null is really always gonna Healing Wish to the Virizion? Right on. Alright, so if this is Dragon Tail, Roar, or Swords Dance, he's probably gonna at least have a decent chance of getting out of this alive for the moment, but maybe not in the long term so much. We're gonna see Swords Dance. Yep. Okay. So I wonder if SG's gonna retreat here, or if he's gonna just try and continue to chip it because Type Null is so naturally bulky. Yeah. I mean, at +6 versus +2 does 21. You're gonna like 5-hit KO it or 6-hit KO from here. You're gonna lose the 1v1 if you're Soul Gazer. Breast. I don't like that play at all. Just because that allows second Sword Dance. I wonder if he's gonna Stone Edge here. Stealth Rocks up. Okay, that's a fine play as well. Earthquake doing 31. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think SG's played that optimally. I think he should have tried to get Rotom C in at the right time, but I guess he's no, because Viricion's pretty much dead. I think that Rotom C actually does really well here. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Very nice, very nice. I would have Stone Edge probably if I was Teddy, but you've got limited PP. There's always a mischance, and he's been staying in this whole time before, so I totally understand that. Defog, nice play there. This Rotom Seas goes very well for the rest of the game. The issue is that if he gets a kill without Volt Switching, then he gets trapped by Sneasel. So pretty much has to Volt Switch every single time. I don't like that Bloom Doom because now he just doesn't kill it and gets trapped. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a kind of a waste because you lose the ability to revenge kill the Rhydon and well, I guess Samurott at +2 can get revenge kill, but +0 could. Well, assuming Rocks didn't get up again. But yeah, I mean, I think Soul Gazer kind of dug himself a hole here, but at the same time, I think Teddy had a matchup advantage outside of maybe the Type Null. I mean, no, not even the Type Null because it was Swords Dance Rhydon. So yeah, I mean, I think Soul Gazer played his individual out well, but I think the rest of the game he kind of managed to hazard the hazards a bit interestingly. And I think the pursuit play was a bit of a stretch on his behalf. And yeah, now this Sneasel is going to go to town. I mean, even the Samurott can go to town if this is forced out, the Altaria that is, or knocked off. But yeah, the Altaria dies to an Ice Crash. So that's that. Type Null is now without Neviolite and asleep at 57%. Ice Crash does 48. We're going to get a flinch, and yeah, that's just going to be the end of the ball game, I believe. The ball game, the Pokemon game. Wow, okay. But anyway, yeah, the Simeon. I don't know if he's going to switch out to Virizion just to fodder. Yeah, I think that's the play. We'll never know if it's got for banned. It really depends on the garbage spread. Damage rolls. I'm not about to go look at the cows. I personally like man better, but both sets are fine. But anyway, it's going to be 1-0 lead for Teddy over Soul Gazer. And game 2 is going to be interesting. I think that Soul Gazer might pull out a stall, if I'm being honest. But I think Teddy clearly was the better of the two. Sorry, you're gonna just see this bullshit for a second, but I think Teddy was the better of the two in a sense that he made one less mistake probably. I mean, SG made maybe 1 or 2 mistakes all game, which isn't that bad, but I mean, the pursuit play kind of just let it all unravel. I think that was unnecessary overpredict at that point in time. Might have been slightly behind, but he wasn't behind enough to merit going for that. But I mean, hey, each their own. And oh well, I mean, we see a very odd stall-ish team from Teddy, and we see a Lycan Rock from Soul Gazer. So this is setting up to be an interesting game. But I kind of am puzzled as to how Soul Gazer breaks through um, this. Yeah, I mean, Sneasel is going to be able to knock off hopefully most things on his team, but at the same time, knocking off doesn't necessarily correlate to breaking through. And Lycan Rock, I don't think is breaking through as long as that Steelix and Musharna are alive, and the opposing Sneasel can revenge kill it, which is probably pretty key in this match because it gives the necessary offensive presence for the Rotom and the Zatu. And even, I mean, the Druddigon, if it's like Life Orb, Gunk Shot, Sheer Force set, especially if that's like especially defensive Musharna for some reason. But I think it's physically defensive Musharna. Ooh, nice lead by Teddy there, getting the sneeze and on the Zatu, potentially making progress right off the bat. And there he goes. Yeah, so that's a 6-5 advantage for Teddy right off the bat. And I think Soul Gazer is just kind of tilted at this point in time. Yeah, I mean, Teddy's used this team before, apparently. I think it's a ladder team. I've seen it before. But, I mean, Soul Gazer isn't scouting. He just kind of built his teams right before, I think. We're going to see Golbat here on the Garbodor. A nice double switch by Soul Gazer to get himself initiative and try and get himself back in this bitch. But double again to Steelix. No, that is not what we wanted to catch, I don't think. Wait. What? Why did this? Okay, I guess he didn't want to. I think that was an over prediction on on Teddy's behalf, but I think it's fine because this lives, yeah. So like now the Vaporeon just kind of stalls to Sneasel. Um, Sneasel eventually getting forced out, and Scald likely to threaten the Garbodor here. Could just go to the nope. Scald. I think that's a pretty advantageous trade for Teddy, just because he could get these Toxic Spikes off and only really affect a couple Pokemon. Yeah, no, I think that Soulgazer is over predicting a bit too much here. This is pretty sloppy on his behalf, if you want me to be honest. Golbat's gonna come in here for Teddy on the spike, and yeah, it's just defog it away without much punishment. Sneasel on defog. I mean, what are you gonna do here? Knock off something? Pursuit. Yeah, critical hit. Even then does it to a KO. So I mean, you're just not making progress at this point. Like, now what? Now he just goes back to the, and then you go to Sneasel again, I guess. Druddigon. All right, yeah. Now we're seeing something new after he's wasted 2 Pokemon essentially for no progress whatsoever besides a couple PP wasting. Stalling game 2 is gay. Soulgazer said in the chat. I mean, I can't say I disagree, but I also think that it's totally valid at the same time. Like, I mean, my last series was one of the most stolly series of all time, but hey, what you gonna do when they come for you? Anyway, looking like Teddy's in a really commanding position at this point. It is a 6-5 lead, but it's basically a 6-4 lead with Garbodor. And now the Druddigon took 50% unnecessary damage essentially because Stealth just gonna get debugged away the next turn. But unless he could like legitimately retaliate here, Outrage 37%. Yeah, no, that's not gonna do the trick unfortunately for Soulgazer. And it really is looking like Teddy's just gonna run away with this game, potentially even 6-0 in his favor. Going to the Garbodor that might live another turn of burn, but oh, it's slower, so it is going to get a Toxic Spike up no matter what happens because defog goes before Toxic Spikes. Sure, so it gets one layer of Toxic Spikes up as it dies. Sneasel comes in as the follow up to the Garbodor against the Golbat. However, I mean, Icicle Crash here does what? Okay, so the Vaporeon takes a normal poison. Ice Crash does 19%. Poison does 13%. There's no lefties whatsoever because of the knockoff. It's going to be a Wish here. Rotom's going to come in. This is going to need to like sub-split Z Rotom to really do any work. Yeah, alright. So now it's just another Protect on the Sneasel attempt to double in. Sort of shenanigans. And Soulgazer is getting outplayed. He goes for a flinch into the Vaporeon, and he gets nowhere as it uses Heal Bell in his face, essentially invalidating the Toxic Spike. And it really looks like Teddy's just going to run away with this game, as I said. Yeah, I just don't see anything that'll change that. I really don't know what Lycanroc can do to stall, but I know that whatever it can do has to involve defeating the Steelix first. And I wonder if Solio is just going to forfeit here. You just said well in the chat. I'm at 285. 270. I think he's trying to figure out if there's any way and how they could break this. And I don't think there was from Team Preview, and I certainly don't think there is now after the mess of a start to a game that he's had. And I mean that's not even on Soulgazer's fault per se. I mean he did get outplayed, but at the same time, yeah. At least you learn not to bring classic bulky offense against me. So there's that. He says in the chat, which is I think a valid thing to say, considering Soulgazer is the player he is. And then Teddy says, yeah, true that. And I mean, it looks like Zolgaz is pretty much bleeding out here, but he's probably gonna play it out. But oh, Lycanroc unscald for 99%. This looks over to me. Now you see Steelix here, which yeah, I mean, okay, you're gonna wall it. That animation for splintered storm shards is actually really cool, but it did 12%, which is a bit of a problem because you're not breaking through with 12%, nor a 24% brick break, as you die to a toxic after taking Scald a couple turns before. Now it is 6-3. Sneasel is going to come in, which doesn't even defeat the Steelix 1v1 if it were to stay, let alone many other things in this team. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. It's going to be a knock, lefties, heavy slam, kill. 6-2, 43% Steelix out on the field. Druddigon comes in the follow up, likely with an Earthquake here into Golbat. Superpower, same difference, except it leaves him with -1, but it does a 5% damage clip. I'll probably see Outrage or Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock gets set. Another Defog. Another Stealth Rock. Look at that. We're setting up rocks for our last Pokemon, Rotom, as Super Fang makes some progress on the Druddigon twice in a row. As rocks are set both those terms, predicting a Defog. Roost is now being done in order to PP stall the Stealth Rock. Eventually, he's going to go to, yep, there we go. Brave Bird does 30% to the Rotom. Not bad. I mean, enough for a not very effective move from a fucking Golbat. Clefairy is going to come in the wall that 23%. And suddenly this game is 100% over, barring crit paralysis. No, yeah, no, there's not even enough turns. Good game. Just all guys drops in the chat. Forfeits to turn 40, and it is a very quick and surprisingly lopsided series favoring Teddy 2-0. A lot of people might see this as an upset, especially after Solgazer being an SPL NU player for years, and especially a Snake NU player within this generation, whereas Teddy's mostly been playing PU. But I mean, clearly Teddy still got it in NU, and that's a very respectable performance on his behalf. So yeah, 2-0 in Teddy's favor, and it looks like I'll be playing him sometime later this week. So yeah, interesting stuff. Glad I could narrate this just for the sake of doing it. It's fun. And this is Finchinator. Peace.